Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, welcome. My name is Christine. So today we are doing a first impressions makeup try on. First off, I have my hair tied up and I got one of these scrunchies on Amazon. And if you guys haven't seen my Amazon haul video yet, I just did a video on like all of my favorite Amazon things. I have my whole filming set up. Everything that I have ever purchased and loved from Amazon, I included in that video. So go ahead and check that out in the corner if you haven't already. All of this is new makeup that I have received. That would be kind of fun to get in front of the camera and show you guys as I'm putting on these new things and kind of chat and talk to you guys about things that I have going on. So if you guys are interested in seeing some of the new makeup that I received this month, chat with me, hang out with me. First, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and the little notification bell, and let's go ahead and get started with the video. Give a huge thank you to Volition Beauty. They're actually sponsoring today's video, but I have been trying out their Strawberry-C Serum. This is a brightening serum with a high concentrate of strawberry-derived vitamin C, and if you guys didn't know, strawberry actually contains 14% more vitamin C than an orange does, which is insane because I feel like all the vitamin C products you see is orange flavored or it's derived from an orange. So this is my first time ever trying something with vitamin C derived from a strawberry. Sometimes when I try out products that have too high of fragrance, it just kind of irritates my skin. So this one doesn't really have any type of scent to it. There's like a super light strawberry scent, but it doesn't smell artificial or anything like that. I've been really liking this. I feel like it makes my skin really plump and bright looking, and you can also purchase it at volitionbeauty.com or Sephora. Especially if you guys have been looking for a good vitamin C serum, this one is a really good one. It's really nice and gentle, doesn't break me out, and it also does a really good job of brightening and plumping my skin like I said before. So what I do when I prep my skin with this is I will just put a couple drops and then I'll kind of just rub it between my fingers and then pat it into my skin. And that just helps to really prime my skin and get it ready for makeup. Make sure you guys check this out, especially if you have been looking for a good vitamin C serum. I'll link it down below, and then you can also purchase it at volitionbeauty.com or Sephora. So let's go ahead and get on with the rest of the makeup. And then we will go in with this CoverGirl Full Spectrum Matte Ambition All Day Shine Free Foundation. I just got this in a big PR package, and this is like the first ever makeup brand that sent me like their whole line. So I did a massive unboxing on my IG stories, but it was just so crazy. I feel like that was kind of a proud moment for me to get such a big package from such a big brand. Shout out to CoverGirl, thank you for the amazing package. And I have been trying out this foundation for the last few days and I actually really like it. I also got this Matte Ambition Mattifying Skin Primer from them. I'm not quite sure if I like this yet. I'm gonna try it on half of my face. So this is kind of the texture. So I'm just gonna put it on half of my face and see how I like it. I feel like it's not super mattifying. Like it didn't completely dry out this whole side of my face. It still looks pretty glowy and dewy. Also, if you guys have seen the color range of this foundation, it is incredible. I think they launched like 20 colors. The one that I have right now on my face is in the shade medium golden, and I really like how yellow toned it is. I feel like when I get tanner, this color will match me a lot better. So I'm going in with the Sonia Kashuk sponge. I just got this a couple days ago and I've been trying out and I actually really like it, except this thing gets so big. Like when I get it out of the box, it is like this small, and when you're squishing it in the water, you're like, holy crap, this is getting big. Oh, it's still getting bigger. It's kind of nice because you can blend out your foundation really fast. I'm just gonna go in with that sponge and blend out this foundation, and then I'm just gonna take whatever's left on my forehead. So as you can see, the coverage looks really nice. It blends out really nice and easy too. So that was just one pump and it covered up my whole face. That kind of gave me medium coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with another pump and see how it builds on my skin. And this is actually the foundation that I wore out today. So my girlfriend Sydney is visiting from Seattle, and she's such a sweetheart. She's actually sitting in the living room right now while I'm doing this. But I wore this foundation like all day today, and I actually gave her a couple shades as well. And she's been wearing it today, and both of us just really like this foundation. As you can see, it is like pretty yellow on me, but as I blend it out and then when I put on concealer and stuff like that, it'll look more skin-like. And then I did ask you guys on my Instagram if I should go up from uploading one video a week to doing 2 videos a week, and I just got so many people saying that they would love to see another video a week, so I think I'm going to be starting to do that soon. So if you guys want to see like more lookbooks, makeup videos, let me know down below in the comments what you'd like to see from me next. That is what the foundation looks like blended out. It looks really nice. You can see still some of the spots, so I'll just go over that with concealer. What I like about it is it keeps me matte all day, but it still looks like my skin. Overall, just a really good foundation. And I did test out the Maybelline 24-hour foundation in the L'Oreal Freshwear. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, I will link it up in the corner, but check out that video if you're interested in seeing how those two foundations compare with each other. Next, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl concealers, and they did come out with 6 concealers. All of them are a little bit too dark for me. We'll just mix in another concealer that I have, so it's not actually on here, so I don't have the name of the shade that I'm using, but I'll go ahead and link it down below. This one is really orange, so I'm just going to put a little bit right here to kind of like correct. Don't really know if I like the concealer. I don't know if you guys can tell, but when I blend it out, it is kind of like patchy, and I'm not crazy about the concealers. And this is like the lightest shade, and it's too dark for me, so there's not a lot of good lighter colors, but they have a lot of really good dark ones, so I'll contour with one of the darker shades later on. For concealer, I'm actually going to go in with this CoverGirl Contour and Correct Expert Full Spectrum palette. So I'm going to go in with the more peachy one and use this to correct, and I'm just going to use my finger just because I feel like with these cream products, once it warms up with your hand, it just applies much better. So going in with this yellow color. Today it was 70 degrees out, which is insane, and I'm so excited for when the weather is like this all the time. I also have a couple more exciting collabs coming out and a really exciting announcement, but I can't say anything about it yet. In next week's video, I will announce it, and or on my Instagram if you guys follow me on there. I feel like so many things have been aligning ever since I moved here. It just feels good to be working so hard and see some of it pay off, you know what I mean? And I just also wanted to get on here and let you guys know that I genuinely appreciate you guys so much. All of your support, all of your sweet comments, your likes, everything means so much to me, and all the positive words that I got every time I do an unboxing or I have an exciting announcement in my stories. I just feel like I am so lucky to have such a supportive community, and I'm just thankful that you guys are so supportive of me. I'm actually planning to do a big giveaway on my Instagram channel once I hit 20,000 followers on here, and that is coming soon, so I'm really excited to do a little giveaway for you guys. Blending out nicely, but it is a little bit thicker than what I'm used to for concealers, and I just feel like the coverage is not, like, if you can see around my nose area, it's a little sus. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. But Sid and I today went to the arts district, and I actually picked up a couple backdrops to use, but if you guys like this plain background, let me know. So the concealer, if you can see, makes me look a little bit cakey and blended off and kind of took off some of the foundation that I have on my skin, so I do not like that. I have this concealer here that I got from Wander Beauty that I actually really like, and it is a dualist concealer. On one end it has a illuminating side, and then on this end it has a more matte side. Okay, so I kind of just fixed the lighting a little bit, so hopefully it's not super washed out. But I actually really like this concealer. This is in the shade medium. I love Wander Beauty stuff. If you guys have tried their sponges, it is amazing. This illuminating side is really nice because it kind of leaves my skin dewy, but doesn't have any like shimmer beads in it or anything, so I'm actually going to use that to highlight the rest of my face. The stick concealer on here is good, but I just have never really been that big of a fan of stick concealers, so I'm just not going to use that right now. I saw the other day that Desi put in her story that the e.l.f. concealer is amazing, and I haven't tried it yet, so have you guys tried the e.l.f. concealer? What do you think about it? If it's amazing, let me know. I'll try to go and find it. It's much, much better. As you can see, it's blending out a lot better. Okay, so that is what the skin looks like. It looks super flawless. It looks really good in person. So I just wiped off some of the foundation that I had on my lips. It just drives me nuts when I have that. I have been really into cream blushes lately. These 3 that I have been trying out, this one is Sugar Ball Cushion Cheek Color, and this one is in the color number 3. Love this. This is probably one of my favorites. I just love the peachy tone color, and this one is so pigmented and blends out really, really beautifully. So I have this one from Lila B. This one is in the color Be Lovely. Super pretty. This one is a little bit more of a like darker mauve color. Swatched, and then when you blend it out, like that. I have to play with this one more, but I am obsessed with the packaging of Lila B. I feel like I just want to buy more of their things just because the packaging feels so luxe. I will use today from Glossier. This is in the color Beam. I feel like these ones are so nice, and they're hyped for a good reason because they are so pigmented. That was kind of a lot. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of it and pat it on my cheeks first, and then kind of blend it out with my fingers, and then I'm gonna go in with my sponge to fully blend it out. I feel like it blends so nicely and really sinks into the skin, so it just looks like you are flushed. And I have a lot left over, so I'm just gonna take it some on my lips. I'm gonna go in with this CoverGirl concealer, and this is in a darker shade. I'm actually gonna contour with this, and it is fairly dark, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. And then I have a stippling brush that I'm gonna blend it out with. Yeah, see, these concealers, I wish it came in lighter shades because I feel like the formula of these concealers is really nice. I was sharing on my Instagram some like video ideas that I have. I had on there a little story time about when I found out that I wasn't Vietnamese. Kind of a funny story because all my life I thought I was half Vietnamese, half Chinese. That's because like my parents speak Vietnamese, but my dad also speaks Chinese. But I feel like it's just not one of those things that you really think to ask your parents. Like you don't really sit down and ask them like, hey mom, what ethnicity am I? And so I had just assumed all my life that I was half Vietnamese, half Chinese, and so I just never had thought to ask. Me, my brother, and my sister, we all speak Vietnamese, so I had just assumed my mom is Vietnamese, my dad is Chinese, but knows how to speak Vietnamese. Like I just didn't really question it. One day I came home from school and my grandma and my mom were talking about how they moved from China, and I was like, wait, China? It turns out my grandma moved to Vietnam when she was really young and had my mom, I almost said had my parents, had my mom when she was in Vietnam. And so that means that my grandma was Chinese and my mom technically is Chinese, but she was born in Vietnam. And the same thing with my dad. Like it was just all of the stuff that they had going on at that time. And so I guess that makes me fully Chinese. And I literally found that out like 3 or 4 years ago. It was like a random day when I was visiting home from college and they were talking about it and I was just like shook. All my life, like anytime anyone asks me, I just say I'm half Vietnamese, half Chinese, because every time I tell people I'm Chinese, they're like, oh, so you speak Chinese? I'm like, no, I speak Vietnamese. I don't really want to go through all that. New people that I meet and like short story, I just tell people that I'm half Vietnamese, half Chinese. That is what the bronze side looks like. It just makes such a big difference compared to this side. And then I'm going to go ahead and bronze up the other side and I'll be right back. So I have been really liking the cream products for doing my base lately. Next, I'm going to go in and set my face. And so these are two of the things that I picked up when I popped by the Glossier store. I also picked up their Wowder, which I have heard such amazing things about. I've gone into the Melrose store a few times. Every time I go in, there's like a major line to go in. But the last time I was there, I was like, I should probably get something and try it out. I like the packaging and how it's kind of like a mesh net because it makes it really nice for like no spillage. And then the lid has a little stopper as well. So when you close it, product doesn't get all over the place. But the one thing I will say, it's kind of hard to get a lot of product out. So I guess you could just tap it into your hand. It would be nice to have the option to put it into the lid, you know what I mean? So it's just a minor thing, but just something I noted. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that. Glossier is just one of those brands that it's not meant for like heavy makeup users. It's more like natural pretty hoes. I just like taking on makeup, so I just feel like the way that it comes out is not really convenient, but I like the idea, you know what I mean? Okay, so now that we have the whole base set, I do have all these eyeshadow palettes from CoverGirl. We have here the Posh palette. This colorful one is in the color Zodiac. This one is in the color Gravity. This brown goldy one is Reverend. Okay, so my camera stopped recording, but I started going in with this Posh palette, this taupey color. Kind of tapped it into my eye, but I feel like some of the colors and some of the other palettes are a little bit better and blend better. Like I just find that this one doesn't blend as smoothly. Yeah, so it is a little bit patchy on me. I did really like this one though. This is the Reverence palette. I just feel like the colors in here are such good neutral colors, especially if you've been looking for a good drugstore eyeshadow palette. This one is a really good one. It has really good like neutral colors. So I'm actually gonna go in with this color. These ones kind of blend nicer, kind of warm up the crease a little bit. Yeah, so that color blends way nicer. And then I'm gonna go in with a more clean eyeshadow brush and kind of use that to buff out the edges. So that eyeshadow blended out really, really nicely, especially that warm color. I feel like that one was a little bit easier to work with. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go in with one of these shimmery colors. I'm actually gonna go in with this like warm colored bronze color. Can I say color one more time? And I'm just gonna go ahead and pat that over my eye, buff out those edges. I'm actually going to go in with this lighter color. I'm just going to put this on the middle of my eyelid and kind of lighten up the center of my lid a little bit. I actually used this color from the Reverence palette and kind of just tapped it on the lower lash line and smoked it out. So I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes because I feel like this look is so dark. I feel like it needs a little bit of liner to kind of balance out the eyes a little bit. So I did get this Quick Flick eyeliner, and it is an eyeliner pen that you can just stamp onto your eyelids. We have a right one and a left one. It is a little stamp, but you're just supposed to stamp it and it gives you a little wing. So I feel like this might be a little gimmicky, especially now it's kind of like smearing. And normally when I do eyeliner as well, I like to curl my eyelashes because it kind of helps my eyelashes to go up, and then it gives me kind of a guide for how I want my eyeliner to look. So I feel like that could be good if you are new to makeup. On the other side, it comes with like a pointed tip, so I'm going to go ahead and use that to fill in the rest of my eyeliner. I don't know if I like this. Like, the tip was just kind of fat, and I just didn't really get as much control as I would have liked. I'm kind of lining up the point. God, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I do have these lashes that I do want to share with you guys. I did talk about these on my channel. If you guys have been following me for a really long time, I used to be obsessed with these lashes, and these are from AliExpress. They are only $2 to $3 for a lash, and they're bomb. So this style I used to wear a lot. This is in the style D02. These ones in the style D21 that every time I wear these, I get so many compliments on them, and they look kind of scary in the lash box, but on your eyes, they look absolutely stunning. D22, they are a little bit heavy, and I have not worn them before, so we're gonna go ahead and try it out today with today's look and see how they look. So these are what the lashes look like on. They are absolutely stunning. These are definitely more like dramatic lashes. Now that I have my eye makeup finished, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with powder. I have here two powder foundations that I have from CoverGirl, and I absolutely love these. They're light medium. This one is really good for my skin color right now, and so that is what the color looks like. And then I also am trying out these new brushes. They are from the brand Spicy Choco. All of these are insanely soft. Like, I wish you guys could feel how stinking soft they are, but they are just like ridiculously soft. So I have been reaching for these a lot to put powders on my face. I'm gonna go in with some of this light medium and set my face. I'm gonna take this, kind of pat it lightly right here in this area where I bronzed earlier. Then I'm gonna go in with a smaller angled brush and go ahead and use this to contour my nose. And the way that I've been doing it recently, I just have been tapping it. So I kind of tap right here, but a little bit closer to the center than my actual nose is, and that just helps to give the illusion that you have a slimmer nose. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring up the contour a little bit as well. I also got these palettes from the Full Spectrum line, and these are little trios. We have some highlighters in there, a blush as well, and these are insanely pigmented. Like, I will just show you guys this highlighter. Like, are you kidding? This is all three of the colors next to each other, and so I feel like some of them are so similar. I don't think you need all three. I'm gonna go in with this neutral one that I mucked up really bad, and I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of it. And I haven't tapped off any of it yet. I'm just gonna put it straight on my face. That is just, this is not drugstore. I just put one touch in it, and I'm gonna tap it off. And that's how it looks like with just one touch into the highlighter and then tapped off. So that is still really intense, but that's a much more wearable highlight if you want something like not this crazy. I'm going to pick up a little bit more on the tip of my brush, and I'm going to run it down my nose, and that just helps to bring up the bridge of my nose as well. I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl blush. I was gifted some of these products from Laura Mercier, a little like influencer Vox box that I got. A lot of these tones are really pretty and pink, and I don't know if it's going to be too pink for the look that we have right now. So this is the lip color, and it's in the color New Preferee. I'm too poor to pronounce it right. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with this lip liner that came in the set. This is in the color Baby Lips. So I don't really know if I like this lip liner because it is a little bit like dry. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on this lip color. Actually, don't mind the color. It's kind of brighter pink than I would normally go for. If I had a more orangey brownie nude, it would look better. Anyways, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I do have a how to contour video up in the corner. If you guys want to see more makeup videos from me, give this video a thumbs up. Before you go, make sure you check out my Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. My handle is christineleeee with 4 E's. It's the same across everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. think I'm gonna go in with this full schneisels. A big